Clerk of the board, please call the roll.
Certainly, Chairman. Commissioner Baker.
Excuse me. Present.
Present. Commissioner Bodek.
Here.
Commissioner Garrettson. Commissioner Kowalski.
Here.
Commissioner Leone.
Present.
Commissioner Mirabella.
Present.
Commissioner Williams.
Here.
Vice Chairwoman Palmieri Mudet.
Here.
And Chairman Granados.
Here.
Chair, let the record reflect we have 8 commissioners present for this evening's agenda-setting session.
Thank you. Clerk of the board, please lead us in the prayer and salute to the flag.
Humbly we ask God, the giver of peace and lover of charity, to give the entire family of nations true agreement with his will, and to grant the light of his spirit to all who work for justice and peace. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Clerk of the board, please read a statement of compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act.
The chair wishes to announce that pursuant to the requirements of New Jersey Statutes Annotated, Title 10, Chapter 4, Section 10 of the Open Public Meetings Act, adequate notice of this meeting of the Board of County Commissioners of the County of Union has been given by mailing the annual meeting schedule for the year 2023, along with periodic changes necessitated by circumstance to the newspapers circulating within the County of Union who are designated to receive such notice, and by posting the annual meeting schedule for the year 2023 in the Administration Building, and further by filing the annual meeting schedule for the year 2023 with the Office of the County Clerk.
Thank you. We'll adopt the communications during tonight's regular meeting. We'll adopt tonight we have a need to go into executive session. County Council, please make your statement relative to tonight's executive session.
Thank you, Chairman. Pursuant to provisions of the Open Public Meetings Act, a public body may enter into executive session for the purpose of discussing certain enumerated subjects. This board now wishes to enter executive session for the purpose of discussing attorney-client privileged communication relative to the proposed settlement in the matter entitled Tambori versus Union County et al. The minutes of the executive session shall be separated from the minutes of the open public session. The minutes of the executive session, redacted as appropriate and necessary, shall be available in approximately 30 days. The clerk to the board shall retain the original minutes until such time as the confidential limitations have been removed, at which time they shall be made available. Upon the affirmative vote of a majority of the members present, the board may retire to executive session. Upon the board's return, it may or may not take formal action on the matters discussed. Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you, County Council. May I have a motion to enter into executive session?
So moved. Second.
Motion was made by Commissioner Mirabella, seconded by Commissioner Williams. Clerk of the board, please call the roll.
Commissioner Baker?
Aye.
Commissioner Bodek?
Yes.
Commissioner Kowalski?
Yes.
Commissioner Leone?
Aye.
Commissioner Mirabella?
Aye.
Commissioner Williams?
Aye.
Vice Chairwoman Palmieri Mudet?
Aye.
Chairman Granados?
Aye.
Chairman, you have 8 votes in the affirmative to enter into executive session.
Thank you. We're into executive session. May I have a motion to return from executive session?
So moved. Second.
Those 2 seconds? Oh, so moved by Commissioner Williams, seconded by Vice Chair Palmieri Mudet. Clerk of the board, please call the roll. And I just want to make sure everyone's aware that Commissioner Garrettson was at the executive session also.
Thank you, Chair. Commissioner Baker, this is to return from executive session.
Aye. Or here.
Commissioner Bodek?
Yes.
Commissioner Garrettson?
Yes.
Commissioner Kowalski?
Yes.
Commissioner Leone?
Aye.
Commissioner Mirabella?
Aye.
Commissioner Williams?
Aye.
Vice Chairwoman Palmieri Mudet?
Aye.
And Chairman Granados?
Aye.
Chairman, let the record reflect there are 9 commissioners voted in favor of returning from executive session.
Thank you very much. County Council Bergen, do you have anything to announce as a result of the executive session?
Thank you, Chairman. Yes, I do. As a result of the executive session, there will be a resolution added to the agenda approving settlement of the matter of Tambori versus Union County et al.
Thank you very much. We'll be approving the minutes during tonight's regular meeting, and now we'll go off to Office of Union County Clerk, Clara Fernandez, Deputy County Clerk.
Chairman, if I may.
Sorry.
Go ahead. Chairman, if I may.
Yeah.
My staff is working on getting a new agenda that includes the resolution we discussed from executive session for the regular meeting.
Sorry.
Good evening. Our department has just one item for your review, and I'll be
Sit down.
happy to answer any questions. I'm kind of short. Can you hear me now?
Better.
I am short. We just have one item for your consideration. I'll be happy to answer any questions you may have.
Is there any questions from the Commissioner Board? Commissioner Mabrella?
Yeah, thanks, Mr. Chairman. What's the reason for the increase? Seems like a small additional, but just curious.
Well, this was, it dates back to 2021. And so with the increases, and there was a delay also on the way IBM was billing us, that the delays and the increases in prices, that resulted in an increase on the second part of this payment.
Okay. Thank you.
Anyone else? No, seeing
Thank you.
none. Thank you very much. Office of the County Prosecutor, Prosecutor William Daniel.
Thank you. Good evening, Chairman Granados, all commissioners, Council, County Manager Oatman, and Council Bergen. We have 3 matters. The prosecutor's office has 3 resolutions on the agenda for tonight. I'd be happy to answer any and all questions you may have. Thank you.
Any questions from the Commissioner Board? Seeing none. Thank you very much, Prosecutor.
Thank you very much.
Office of Union County Sheriff, Sheriff P. Carvelli.
Chairman, Commissioners, the Sheriff's Office has 1 resolution on the agenda for your consideration. I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Commissioner Leone, and then Vice Chair after.
I just want to congratulate you on winning the primary.
As well as you.
Thank you.
That's what
Commissioner Bodak.
Vice Chair Palmer Muda.
Good evening. Could you just elaborate on what the community outreach items are?
Sure. This is referencing the Children's Youth Program in the summer. Over 120 kids from the county, as well as our Bring Our Kids to Work Day. So these are items that we distribute to the kids, little keepsakes, trophies, plaques, and T-shirts and sweatshirts.
Thank you very much. Any other questions? Seeing none. Thank you very much, Sheriff.
Thank you.
Department of Economic Development, County Manager Ed Oatman.
Thank you, Chairman. On behalf of Director Wagner, the Department of Economic Development has 2 items on tonight's agenda, and I'd be happy to try to answer anybody's questions to the best of my ability.
Any questions from the Commissioner Board? I got off easy.
Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you very much. Department of Engineering, Public Works, and Facilities Management, Director Graziano.
Good evening, Chair. Good evening, Commissioners. I have 4 items on the agenda tonight for your consideration, and I'll try and answer any questions you have.
Any questions from the Commissioner Board?
Mr. Chairman?
Commissioner Baker?
Yeah, just one question on
Sure.
resolution number 4.
Sure.
There'll be 3 events scheduled between, I guess, now and the end of 2023. Have these already been done, or were they?
No, so
These event-
through you, Chair, these events are added. These are 3 extra events, and that's why we have to do this reso. The original contract with Radec Research ended in July, so instead of looking to go out for a new bid before the end of the year, I just decided to do a pay-to-play and extend this contract. We have 3 new events coming up: August 6th, September 9th, and October 28th. These are all for hazardous household waste days until the end of the year.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome, sir.
Thank you, Chair.
Thank you very much. Any other questions from the Commissioner Board? Seeing none, thank you very much. Director Graziano.
Thank you, Chair.
Department of Finance, Director B.B. Taylor.
Good evening, Chairman and members of the Board. The Department of Finance has 11 resolutions for your consideration this evening, and I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Any questions from the Commissioner Board? Thank you very much, Director Taylor. Department of Human Services, Director Debbie Ann Anderson.
Good evening, Chair, members of the board. The Department of Human Services has 10 resolutions on. I'll be happy to answer any questions you may have.
Any questions from the Commissioner Board?
Mr. Chairman?
Commissioner Baker?
Just one question on resolution number 3, and just an explanation of the GAP spending plan, Union County GAP spending plan. What does the GAP stand for, or what does that mean?
So for GAP, it is, it's county funded, is stepping in to assist our most vulnerable population. This resolution is to renew the spending plan for subcontracts for about 6 months. It's helping with after-school programming for the homeless youth, emergency services, hotel placement, emergency shelter, case management, food, rent, mortgage, security and utilities assistance for homeless and at-risk persons, legal services, and home-delivered meals for persons with disabilities.
Okay. Very good. So the GAP is not an acronym for anything. It's kind of like filling social service gaps.
It's filling in social services gaps that people that are below right above the poverty line, but doesn't qualify for any other
right.
Programs out there.
Right. Very good. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Of course. Anyone else from the Commissioner Board? Seeing none, thank you very much, Director Anderson. Having deja vu, Department of Parks and Recreation, County Manager Ed Oben.
Thank you, Chairman. On behalf of Director Durbin Drake, the Department of Parks and Recreation has 3 items on tonight's agenda, and I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Any questions from the Commissioner Boards? Commissioner Williams?
I just, on number 1, I got a lot of questions about the tennis courts there. So the City of Plainfield thanks the county very much for getting this project started. Thank you. That was it. Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you, Commissioner. Just so everybody's aware, this project has 8 tennis courts. It will deal with courts, lighting, fencing, landscape improvements, and also pickleball. Pickleball will be some of these courts will be dual use.
Thank you very much. Anyone else? Thank you very much. Department of Public Safety, Acting Director Dennis Burke.
Thank you, Chairman. Good evening, Commissioners. Department of Public Safety has five items on the agenda for your consideration. Happy to take any questions you may have.
Any questions from the Commissioner Board? Seeing none, thank you very much, Director.
Thanks, sir.
Office of the County Council, Bruce Bergen.
Thank you, Chairman. County Council has 1 resolution this evening. I would be happy to answer any questions from the board.
Any questions from the Commissioner Board? Seeing none, thank you very much, County Council.
Thank you.
All the Commissioner-sponsored resolutions are from the entire board. Are there any comments from my colleagues regarding any of the Commissioner-sponsored resolutions? Oh, Commissioner Williams?
Just one. There's a resolution on congratulating Pastor Wallace of St. John's, and it turns out that he's also Commissioner Baker's cousin. So
nice.
We asked if we could add Commissioner Baker's name to that reso.
Of course.
Okay. That was it. Thank you.
Anyone else? That's it. Okay. May I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Second?
Second.
Motion was made by Commissioner Mirabella, seconded by Vice Chair Palmieri Mudat. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much. For the board, can